Hi, my name is Marsha Walker. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is doing great today. I have been observing everything that's been going on ever since Ye made his statement, and everyone has been kind of like vilifying him and treating him as if he was Satan himself. There's only two things that I would actually say to Ye. The first one is it's not necessarily what you say, it's how you say it that matters. That's one. And two, some conversations aren't meant for everyone because they're not going to understand. They listen with their ears and they don't listen with their heart. Some conversations are just kitchen table conversation, or at the church service, Sunday dinner type of conversation. And I know you understand what I'm saying by that. Those are the only two things I would say to him. But as I always said, and I'm saying today, I still stand by him because what he was saying wasn't to, it's evil in every culture. There's dishonest people, evil people. I have said it before, I only see good and evil. And if he's pointing out an injustice, that's not an evil thing. I understand with the Jewish community, and I do stand by the Jewish people, that they have experienced a lot of hate. Just the Jewish people overall, they have experienced a lot of hate from people for whatever reason the people choose to hate them. That being said, you cannot then go around vilifying people if they're pointing out injustice, regardless of who the person is and who he or she is pointing out as being unjust. You can't go back and then make them the evil person, because like I said, what he said was not evil. It wasn't done in malice. He was pointing out injustice that he felt was done to him and other people in his situation in the music industry when it comes to the television, movies, and different things like that. So a person do have a right to say how they feel if it's being unjust, and it wasn't hate speech. I do understand there's a lot of people that's following him that don't get that. And as soon as he says something that they feel if they feel like they're being marginalized by a certain group of people, they're gonna go out and try to do something against those people. And that's hate, because if you are a fan of Kanye and you truly respect him and like him, you can see that he's not that type of person that hates on other people. He talks about, him being a Christian and things like that. And so sometimes people will hear, I put it this way, sometimes people that's listening into a conversation, they're not mature enough to understand the whole conversation. And they're just running with bits and pieces because they think they know everything that's going on. And that's not the case. And that's what a lot of people do. And that's what people did in this case. And then it kind of fell back on him. And I don't agree with that. I used to talk to my mom like back in the days, and I would always tell her that when slavery ended, we did not gain freedom. We went from walking around with chains on our necks, chains on our hands, chains on our ankle, to being in a fenced-in area. We're still controlled. Until we're able to get over that fence, we're not truly free. We're free to walk around, and some people feel like they're free because they don't see the gates. Then there's some people in the world that they do see the gates, and they understand, until I can get over that, until I can jump that fence, I'm not truly free. There was someone else that's high profile, two other people that's high profiles and models. They said stuff that was actually anti-Semitic. They are so associating with people that are truly anti-Semitic, but nothing was done to them about the things they said. And so that shows you, and they're different color than what I am and what Kanye is. So that shows you that what he's been saying when it comes to us Black people in the Black community, we're told to sit down and shut up. It's like, hush, we don't want to hear you. We don't want to hear your complaints. Just take it. You'll be okay. But then when we voice our opinion, or we voice something that is truly happening to us and say, no, this isn't right, then we're treated like we're the enemy. We're treated like we're the evil ones. But we as Christians, we still go around showing love. We don't go around talking hate. We're not going around hating people. There's a lot of people that cancel Kanye. Kanye didn't go around saying, hey, now that these people cancel me, I want y'all to cancel them. He didn't say that. That right there shows his character. Everybody says things when they're mad, when they're upset, and some people, like I said, they take it out of context. They mix it around the way they want to mix it around. But they're not thinking about the things he haven't said. They're not thinking about the moves he haven't made. All they're thinking about is, oh, he's evil, he's evil, he's evil. And the saddest part, especially being a Christian, is to see how many people are enjoying that he's no longer a millionaire. It's like they're basically thanking God, who's not condoning what's going on, but they're happy that he's not a millionaire. You know, and that's the sad part about it. And this is why I say to a lot of people, sometimes it's best to sit in the corner, say nothing, and just observe everything that's going on. And then you will see how people truly are. Because in certain situations, like I had wrote on my Instagram story, I'm going to kind of paraphrase it, that sometimes God will send a storm in your life, not to hurt you, but to open other people's eyes. Sometimes the pain you feel is not for you, it's not against you, and it's not for you. It's to benefit the other people who's sitting there watching. It's to benefit the other people who can learn the lesson from your mistakes, your pain, your agony. And then in this situation, it's like, look how many people got upset at what they thought what they thought Ye said when he wasn't being anti-Semitic. He was pointing out injustice. I want you to think about this, especially if you're a Black person. I want you to think about this. How many Black people got upset with Kanye because he repeated what he's seen in the documentary during a court procedure when he said George Floyd died from fentanyl? How many Black people got upset about that? How many Black people got upset when he said slavery was a choice? How many Black people got upset with him walking around with a White Lives Matter shirt on? But y'all never get upset with people walking around saying nigger. That's not Black. There's a lot of people that are different races. Yeah, they say they're down with us. But it's a lot of, you might be okay with the Black person you're standing next to, but every Black person don't accept or like you using the N-word, because they don't even, some Black people don't even accept other Black people using the N-word. They want them to stop. They have been talking about this for years, how they don't want the N-word to be used. But not only do Black people use it when they're talking to each other races who say they love Black people, who saying they're down with Black people, they're still using something that's derogatory towards Black people. Don't hit me in my face and tell me you love me, because every time you say that N-word and you're saying, yeah, I love Black people, you don't, because you got to understand the pain that comes from behind that. My mother and father grew up in a society that was separate but equal. My mother told me the story of how when she went downtown and she seen a white water fountain and a Black water fountain, she looked around and she drank water out the white water fountain because she thought that water tasted better, only to realize that both water tasted the same. Because she didn't, as a little girl, she didn't understand that they was coming out of the same faucet, but just splitting in two different directions. But she thought their water tastes better because they didn't want Black people to have it. I remember, I only knew one of my grandparents, and that's my grandmother on my father's side. I remember things that she used to tell me about growing up and stuff like that. Even with me, I went to school, my middle school was Robbie Lee, where there was, Robbie Lee was, you know, the general who wanted to keep slavery, and how I was bused to school and how that was an all-white school until the Black people started going there. And so it's a lot of pain behind that word too. But how many people stand up and get upset at other people who says it constantly? But you get mad at a Black man when he says something that he's seen on documentary. You want to cancel him for that. You get mad at a black man for wearing a t-shirt that says White Lives Matter, and you want to cancel him. You get upset with a black man saying slavery was a choice, but you don't have that same energy for people who disrespect you all the time when they stand in your face and say the N-word. Because if a person truly respected you, they will understand the pain that's associated with that. And they don't care how down you say they are. They'll be like, no, because I understand the pain behind that. I don't want to disrespect you. I don't want to disrespect your heritage, where you come from. I know people got lynched and stuff like that, so I understand the weight behind that word. But as black people, we're quick to throw our own people under the bus. We're quick to disassociate our against our own people. But then someone else do the same thing to us, we excuse it. Y'all talking about y'all had excuses for Kanye. Well, what about everybody else? Y'all got excuses for them too? Like I said, I don't care what color you are. I don't care what nationality you are. I don't care if you're man or woman. There's evil out there. And that's what I see, and that's what I fight against, evil and injustice. And and like I said, sitting back just watching people get upset at someone who said something that everyone else took out of context and made it to be something that it wasn't. He was not threatening the Jewish race. He was upset with a situation that he was involved in. But everyone got upset about him. But you know, even the people who they want to call black leaders, like I said, the only leader I have is God. But these black leaders who always want to say, yeah, condemn this black man, condemn that person, but they never say, well, condemn this person because they sit around using the N-word. Condemn this person because they taking advantage of all these black people. You know why they don't? Because they're doing the same thing. God said you cannot serve two masters. You're going to love one and hate the other. Everyone's sitting back upset with Kanye because he's no longer a billionaire. But what people fail to realize, he made a choice. He chose to serve God, and he chose to be free. To him, his freedom was more important than money. A lot of y'all don't understand that, and a lot of y'all can't move like that. And a lot of y'all envy him because he can move like that, but y'all envy turn to hate. Y'all envy turn to wanting to bring him down. Y'all envy turn into being happy that he has a downfall. Oh, how far is he? Right now, he done went to this level of falling. How far is he going to fall from there? That's the disgrace, not what he said. The way people are acting towards him is disgraceful. Because like I said, I don't believe in hate on any level. I don't hate the Jewish people, and I certainly do not wish ill will on them as a race, because I understand that people truly do want to wipe them off the face of the earth, which is not right. But as black people, I do understand the slavery that we went through and the hardship that we went through. So I'm not gonna set that aside for anything, because at the end of the day, I can't take my blackness off. I cannot be over here. I'm down with you one day, but then when the lynch mob come and they got the rope and they want to hang people, oh, you could back out of the crowd and be like, no, I'm this race, I'm that race. But I can't do that. Time I get up in the morning, I'm black. I go to sleep black. I walk through this world black. I can't take my blackness off. And I'm not, because I'm proud of it. This is a badge of honor of everything that we have to go through in this world, and we could still walk around with our heads up high, with the skin that's a badge of honor on us. I don't care what you say. Life began in Africa. It's in the Bible. And then science backed that up. So at the end of the day, God chose to do what he did for a reason. He chose to put the Garden of Eden over by Ethiopia. He chose that, not me. It's not like, oh, I'm black, so I'm trying to make everything black. No, it's a fact. So just be careful how you talk to people. Be careful how you treat people. Because what you put out in the world, it does come back on you. The love you put out is the love you get back. The hate you put out is the hate you get back. The envy you put out is the envy you get back. And like I said, the thing that people out there should who's just sitting back watching, realize how other people move to save their own skin. Can you really trust a person like that? If they're willing to sacrifice you to save their own skin, why would you want them around you? You can't trust people like that. And it's like, when you wake up and, you know, it's like you gotta look at how people make moves in your own personal life, and then you also have to watch how people make moves in celebrity world. Because if these same people that y'all be idolizing over, these same people y'all be putting on a pedestal, these same people who be making y'all be making gods and goddess and everything like that, how you think they're gonna do you? Or how you think they would do you? You really think they care about you? He's sacrificing everything so the people that's coming behind him don't have to go through the BS. He's willing to sacrifice that. But a lot of people, they know what's going on, but they don't say nothing. They don't care. They would rather sit there and watch you fall in the trap. And some of them, they will invite you into the trap. Instead of saying, no, you don't want this. No, stay away. No, you don't understand what really goes into this. Oh, let me go ahead and drop some hints. Let me tell you what's going on. They don't do that. Stop hating people and just be observant of how people, the things that people do and the things that people say, and how quickly they're willing to pray for another person's downfall, and how quickly they are to celebrate someone else's downfall. And like I said, sometimes God set things up like that to expose people's true nature. God always say, I will use you for my glory. If you are a Christian, God will use you for his glory. And sometimes his glory is exposing the evil that's out there in the world, exposing how people will treat, another race of people could say hatred things about them and nothing's done about those people. Then the black race says something, then all of a sudden is we need to cancel this person. This person don't deserve to be, to have anything. This person is Satan. That's like what they called Jesus when Jesus was healed the man on the Sabbath. They want to call him Satan. they want to say he's of the devil. And that's sad. That is truly sad. But that's all I basically want to say. Just kind of sit back and think about and look at everybody move when it came to this situation. Sit back and look at how everybody handled this situation. Sit back and really think about how some people was exposed of who their nature truly is. And so I just wanted to leave you with that. Peace.